everyone, this is Outstar and today we're talking about BUTTS. For those of you who don't know, Blizzard decided to remove the over-the-shoulder pose of character called ZARYA after a post on Blizzard forums written by the user called Phipps, who criticized it for being overly sexual and, quote, having nothing to do with the character they're building, not being funny or silly, having nothing to do with being a fast light killer. The pose, according to Phipps, reduced Tracer to another bland female sex symbol. Yeah, we're talking about looking over the shoulder pose. Not this, or this. Just this. The pose was optional, yep, optional, and the player could choose not to use it at all, but it was removed because Phipps wrote that his young daughter knows who Tracer is and she can, quote, grow up alongside this character. The game is PEGI 12, but I guess it's not important at all. The problem was with the pose alone, but if you try to use a little bit of reason, you see that if there is a problem, it lies in clothing. She will have her ass exposed the same in the battle itself, if anyone cares about such things on the battlefield. But again, is there a problem with clothing? I'm from Poland, and fashion trends from US or UK always appear here later. Or well, let's say I'm not the best person to follow what's jazzy or trendy this season. I can't even keep up with how you call fashionable nowadays. But as far as I know, you guys have this big trend of teenagers wearing leggings or jeggings or yoga pants to schools. Teenagers, children, 16-year-olds, 12-year-olds, doesn't really matter. And feminists, yeah, feminists are fighting the hardest they can to punish or condemn schools that ban wearing leggings instead of regular pants for the girls throughout the country. A quick Google search showed me leggings should be pants, a feminist's rallying cry, where calf mom of two girls say, "Here's the thing, sisters, whether you like them or not, leggings as pants needs to become a feminist issue, and so do short shorts and tank tops. Why? Because the premise against this type of clothing is always the same, and it's the bastion of the rape culture." Yep, it's a quote, it's an actual quote from the article. Boy. Another side debate.org let people decide in conversation whether girls should be allowed to wear leggings to school or not. Few quotes are: girls should not be held responsible for boys' inability to act mature and treat women as people, not sex objects. It shows personality. Are you trying to take away our rights? Last time I checked, I live in a free country, so don't say it is a free country and then tell me what to wear. Girl power. Yeah, girl power, but you, powerful girl, you can wear those leggings without hiding your camel toe and still feel like a superheroine ready to take over the world, while Tracer, well, she can't, because you, yes, you, not literally the woman that wrote this comment, but you get what I mean, ban her from doing that, saying that it can hurt your daughter. Don't get me wrong, I'm not personally a fan of watching teenagers camel toes on the streets, and I find it hard to understand there's any other reason to wear them without long shirts than just to expose your butt. No, they are not more comfortable than baggy pants. But who the hell am I to affect someone's artistic creation and say, hey, this is not appropriate, you should cover that, and maybe also this. You know what, cleavage is sexual, neck can be sexual. I personally have sexual thoughts when I see ears or feet, so you know what, this is your video game character and how it should look like. Or this. It's even more funny when you read the forums and see that almost everyone criticizing Tracer's so-called butt look have no problem with the same pose from Widowmaker. Why? Hold your chair and listen to this. Because she's a sexual character. Because she's sexualized enough already. Because she is just like that. It fits her. Well, I'm not easily offended, but if I would, this would make me riot hard. What, a quirky nerdy girl can't have anything remotely sexy to her, as this offends you, but femme fatale character has clearly more rights and she can do whatever she wants and pose however she wants because it well, suits her? Does that mean when I'm not usually very sexual, I like hoodies and oversized t-shirts, when I suddenly decide, hey, this tank top looks neat with my push-up bra, let's wear that, I'm immediately becoming a sexual object? When I'm nerdy and let's say practical, or any character is, we should remain the last bastion of zero sexuality, zero flirty poses, zero that may cause someone to think we're sexy. Tracer should not want to look good because she is born for a greater purpose. And we're not talking here about a sudden shower scene. No, we're discussing the picture taken from behind, when she just looks over her shoulder without any Nicki Minaj pose in there. Let me ask this. Why can't we just enjoy the life as it is and allow our fantasy characters to do that too, where nerdiness, being funny and smart can be paired with being sexy, and most of all, do not mix sexy with sexualized, which implies she's a product of male fantasies made this way to cause a sexual tension. It goes back to the whole talk about leggings and whether females should dress properly or males tame their nature. Speaking of males, in Overwatch we have a huge variety of male characters. We have Lucio, embodiment of the cool skater with tribal tattoos on his muscly arm, Reaper, whose skeleton mask doesn't really mean he will also have a skeletal body, as he's covered with a thick layer of muscles too. A McCree, hero taken from westerns, which is basically how Clint Eastwood would love to look like back in the days. Or Soldier 76, just look at his skin. And Hanzo, this doesn't really need any comment, does it? For males looking for different role models portraying more, let's say, realistic anatomy, we have Junkrat, yeah, great name for the only thin guy in the game, that's clearly nuts, a Joker type of character in crazy love with explosives. You're overweight, you say? Well, look at this handsome little fella, roadhog with a fucking pig around his belly button. No offense intended, of course, clearly showing every girl out there that they should seek for bigger guys as they are as lovable and huggable as those typical handsome fellows, right? The only remaining male characters are robots. Most of them are also muscly with huge robotic chests and a dwarf, or rather, a short pile of muscles born to be a blacksmith. Yay for the choice! Females that want to feel more masculine but still play a character of the same sex can pick ZARYA, the strongest woman from Earth with awesome tattoos and a tiny bit stereotypical Russian attributes. But hey, she has a pink manicure and a beautiful face, showing clearly that you can be strong, feminine and sexy at the same time. Those who prefer slightly overweight female characters look at Mei, so positive, cute and powerful. Really, is Roadhog a male version of Mei? Can you see the comparison and tell me in my face that males are portrayed perfectly in video games, while females suffer all the time from those misogynistic game devs and designers, clearly hating women and making games with that hateful agenda? Show me those crowds of overweight, positive male characters in games. Show me androgynous males, feminine males, delicate males. Well, you may say gamers clearly do not want that. There were studies, so were studies about booties and tits affecting the sales, but we are standing opposed to that, are we? Are we? But on the other hand, I fully understand Blizzard's decision. Yeah, you might be surprised right now, but the thing is, they might have caused an uproar throughout the majority of Overwatch fans by submitting to the views of minority. But this majority, us, gamers, not really caring about butts or tits or others, as we kinda focus more on gameplay than on bodily features, we will still play the game. We won't sue them over the lack of this pose, as it would be almost as ridiculous as suing them for it being in the game in the first place. You see, people like those complainers that caused the post to be removed, yeah, they are the sue types. They are the let's boycott the entire team of hardworking people types. Over this one ass request being rejected, people from that side of the barricade would boycott all Blizzard products. Well, we can talk, try to find the reason, but ultimately we just don't care about such trivial matters as BUTTS. We will judge the game over far more important reasons than fictional characters' anatomy. So by catering to the minority, Blizzard actually didn't shoot themselves in the leg. On the contrary, they just tried to avoid a big shitstorm that would be there if they reacted different. Big names in the industry, the names that shall not be spoken from the particular frequencies and such, would join the discussion and boycott everything that Blizzard has ever done way back to Sylvanas. Because males in Warcraft are totally not sexualized and absolutely realistic. As a female game developer myself, I do not agree with the stand in general. You can't blame me for wanting to have a freedom of creation, whether I want to make my males androgynistic or females to have huge booties. I should be able, as an artist, as a creator, to do that. Look at Brenna's Woo game. Which of the body types seems more realistic to you? Tracers or this? Yet she's a feminist, and Blizzard devs are utterly disgusting and misogynistic people, apparently. I want characters in my games to be beautiful and engaging. I want them to be sexy and show the sexuality in many different ways. The androgynous way, the quirky way, or the sexy way, because why the hell not? Yet, not focus on that. Bodily features can be a feast for the eyes, but the civilized majority of us want more, unless we specifically seek the sexual content, which is also okay, by the way. In video games we may notice how beautiful Lara Croft is, but do we really focus on her boobs during the gameplay, or do we just play and have fun? And notice that she's also a great woman with awesome character and backstory, which has nothing to do with the size of her breasts. So this was my opinion about the subject, but if yours is different, please let me know. I really want to discuss with you guys and share our opinions about the matter, so yeah, just write your opinion in the comments below. You can subscribe if you like what I do. If you are interested in my content, you can check out my Patreon page at patreon.com/Outstar and my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/OutstarWalker. Yeah, let's see each other there, and thank you for listening to me. Thank you for watching the video. Bye!